I am here with the first process video in my next series, and this is actually an idea that one of my viewers had suggested at the end of my very first series. I had asked for some input on ideas for, a series or something that they would want to see, and Memory Bug or MRMYBUG had suggested to do a series using pocket page cards. And so I thought this was a really good idea because I have a ton of pocket page cards or Project Life cards. And the ones that I have the most of are 3x4 cards. So I decided to call this series 3x4 Card Love. And, I have a lot of different cards, and I know there are different ways that a person can use them on a page. I decided that instead of focusing on one technique for each layout, that I'm just going to do whatever feels right to me at the time and just try to use up as many cards as I can throughout this series. So, for instance, you saw just there I had that card that said true story in a circle, and I really liked the idea of just cutting that out and using it as an embellishment. So instead of using the full card, I just used a circle punch and just punched it out. And so that'll be a part of the embellishments that are used on this page. So this night was really fun. I was at the casino. We go like maybe a couple times a year with some friends from work that I no longer work with, but it's fun to get together with them. And I was really excited because we had stayed the night at the casino and, I wasn't doing all that great. But the next morning, I decided to play a little bit more. And I was like ready to walk out with nothing, like, had lost everything I walked in with. And all of a sudden, I hit one of these jackpots or where I got the wilds all the way across. So that was really fun. And so I won $200. Yay, me. But, so I'm just trying to find. So there's a lot of purple and blue in those photos. And so I'm just trying to find what will match. Like originally I had used some blue pattern paper and I thought that that would work, but it just wasn't looking good with the purple embellishment. So just trying to see what all I can add to the layout. And I'm really narrowing in on the purple and the yellow. So that's what I'm focusing on. And that happy was also another 3x4 card that I cut down. And the meant to be was a 3x4 card that I cut down. So I'm just going to keep layering these pieces. And while I'm doing that, another thing that I wanted to say was I'm not sure how this looks on your screen, but the first two layouts that I did for this series, I wasn't paying attention and I must have had my bright light a little too close. And so the first layout that I did it really turned out cute, but the video is much worse than this one and I couldn't fix it. So I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but with this one, because there's darker colors on the page, I was able to just kind of lighten it up in my movie maker. And it wasn't, it's bright, but it's not as bad as it was when it started out. The other layout has a lot of like pinks and light colors, and so you can hardly even see the patterns because the light was just overbearing. So I don't know what I'll do about that. I may just do a layout share. We'll see. But here I'm taking just some different pieces. And another thing to say about this series is I'm not going to focus on any particular type of products. Like this one here, I'm just totally going into my stash and just using, whatever I can find that works. I know that I have some subscriptions where I'll get some Project Life cards in. I might decide to do that. But basically, I'm just going to use whatever feels right at the time. So I may not always know what the products are, where they came from, but I did get a lot of these from some Scraptastic kits back when I was subscribing. They have really nice Project Life or 3x4 cards, nice quality cards. So I think that meant to be came from that, and I believe the True Story did too. And the Happy was a card that I received in a Becky Higgins like a big pack. I'm not sure if I know where that came from or not, but it was one of the big packs of Project Life cards where you get like, I don't know, hundreds. And then here I want to use a stamp, but I had to dig and dig and dig, and I finally found a stamp that said with. So I was just trying to see what I wanted to use, but I'm using the yellow 3x4, what's left of that, to, stamp that on. And I'm also using some older letter stickers. So that casino was done with some thickers, and I love those stickers. I think they're called Nicky Ricky, and it's just beautiful. And then those purple ones I'm putting down now, I had to cut off the packaging, so I'm not exactly sure where I got those from, but I have a feeling that they are, oh my gosh, no, I'm not going to be able to think of the brand just because, I think it's Prima. I don't know. If I'm wrong about that and anybody knows, you can go ahead and comment on that, but I have a couple different colors, and they're really nice stickers, so I was just kind of digging through my stash and was like, oh, there's some purple here that matches really well, so I decided to go with that. So I really like the way that title turned out. Perfect colors, the yellow and the purple match everything really well. And that little piece that I'm cutting down now that says Bring on the Fun, that was another cut apart that I received from a Scraptastic kit. And I'm no longer subscribed to Scraptastic, so anything that I use Scraptastic is older. I'm trying to think of what else. I think that Evidence and the other black little label with the hey, 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 that was another Scraptastic cut apart. And I believe the What a Wonderful Day on the other side was too. I'm trying to remember. I don't think that I will be able to remember everything, but it's definitely was grabbing through my stash to make this layout. And here I'm just adding glue to the back of those stickers because I know that they're not going to stick permanently. They're, sticking fine now, but they're the type of stickers that they won't stick forever. So then I think I'm just going to add my journaling and some enamel dots, and I think that's basically it. Oh, and I wanted to mention too, on where the little gray circle is that says let's make, and then there's like a blank spot, there was those 3 little dollar signs. That was also from a cut apart from Scraptastic, and I just thought that was funny to put that in there. Let's make money. And so I'm just doing my journaling, talking about how, basically the story that I already told you. And then here's where I'm going to grab my enamel dots. So that is the end of the layout as soon as I get those on there. And I really love the colors, and it's just a different color scheme that I'm used to using. So it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And I am going to continue to post these videos on, Fridays. And so I hope that you are enjoying the series that I've been posting, and I hope this one is helpful and enjoyable too. So there are some still shots, and that's the end. I will catch you next time.